as you mentioned, stigma now. We're just on the topic of saying people reluctantly just kind of them just not adhere to the government. Them not adhere to the warnings.
Yeah, because the reason why no Kedron is like what I get for understand is the stigma that people attach to it. People make it seem as if it is like you've committed some form of immoral act for contracting this virus. You understand?
Yeah.
So people don't want for like admit or if go find out say them have it. You understand? It's like for example, like persons who have been tested for like say HIV then and positive.
Right.
Like them probably not talk about them story about how them contract it because you know, common things is like, you know, people would have said, boy, you know, it's like you live one very, you know, what I call that now, your lifestyle, promiscuous lifestyle, or
right,
your orientation or whatever it might be. You understand? So people don't talk about that topic, and it's the same way they have attached like this stigma to the flu virus. You understand? Like, no man no want cough again because people are gonna say, yo, you have to like say something you're gonna do. Like you can't literally go outside right now. I mean,
yo, no man no want cough. Yeah. No man no want sneeze.
Yeah. So it's like because of that, persons who come into the island don't want to come forward because they will be singled out in their community to say, yo, you hear say John have it, you hear say Mark have it, and it's like you start to look down on them like say something they gonna do, like a man probably just realize say, yo, he just did that come back on a plane from Florida or New York and the flight attendant passing serving drinks in a one cup and you know, or the person next to him cough and sneeze and that's how him get. He never gonna do something wrong, you understand? But because of that, person aren't coming forward because they don't want to be singled out as one of the, you know, the 44 cases. And I don't know when them are going like, you know, basically feel so them contain it well enough because you know it is at the stage now where it's obviously you have like say local transmission where one man in our community did have it, and then today now 6 people from that community come back positive. So I mean, you don't know how much persons those 6 persons interacted with and all of that. So I can only hope for the best, and I'm glad we are doing this what we are doing right now for kind of just keep
just to keep the vibe, make people know say motorsport, you know, we just want it to be safe so that we can go out again. Simple.
Yeah. So you know we do encourage persons that, you know, if you just follow by the rules. If it's not necessary, I mean, the more cases that pop up is the longer we're going to, you know, isolation and quarantine and all of that. Yeah, so if all of we can have to just work hand in hand to get past this so that our life can go back to normal. And yeah, me know it's going to be a challenge at first to kickstart life, you know, after all of this past. But I mean, guarantee you that before the end of the year, life will be back to, you know, somewhat normal.
Yeah, man. The thing about it is, Zin, I think, and we don't really want, because we're not medical doctor, so we don't really want to go too much into the corona thing. But but the reality of it is, if things continue to spiral out of control, we may see not just a nightly lockdown or a nightly curfew, but we might see an extension into a full lockdown, which is where we really don't want.
Yeah. Well, you see, my thing for combat all of this, I can guarantee you. You see, as soon as some of the restrictions them start to lift, even if we can't get, like, for example, like permission to keep like a full race event, As soon as some of the restrictions them start to lift, we want for this keep like a track day.
Seen.
You understand? Where racers can still come out, like we still get 120 odd, 150 odd
cars.
come out and
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, we might not have a spectator turnout because we probably can't do like an event. But as soon as them start, you know, probably like either increase the number of persons that can gather. And you know,
because I believe there will still be some sort of restriction in Ken.
Yeah, I guess to some extent. But I guess even whatever it is that we can, even if let's say suppose we can suppose it is okay by June that we can do like a track day where we can accommodate probably say 100 cars, and the 100 cars might have like say consider say 2 to 3 persons, so it might allow 300 persons to gather at a venue. Because I guess at some point, they're going to allow you to start keep back church. They're going to allow you to start, you know, keep back funeral. So I guess at some point, the restrictions must have to kind of ease up a little bit. And then, you know, we will do something.
Gradually.
Yeah, for make a racing thing, you know, a physical thing again where we can, you know, not just have to do a thing over Instagram. So, I mean, we have everything in place already. The facility is there, as you know, the time equipment is ready. I already have the track bike.
I know the racers them ready. I know the spectators them ready.
Ready, yeah. So
because as I said,
what if I'm gonna just sit here and just wait until life go back to complete normal because we are trying to say, oh, we want like one big crowd to try to make money or whatever. No, we just want the restrictions to be safe.
Lift,
so that we can still gather as a group of racers and still go out and, you know, enjoy, we carry them. Even if I just at the end of the day, we're not gonna have no trophy, no prize money, but everybody can come out and, you know, whether it is you know have to line up and run grudge match or just run for a time, we can still do that. You understand? But we're gonna keep the thing going. Definitely.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I mean, drag racing as a genre of motorsport in Jamaica. I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in terms of the work that we've been doing since what 2018, I would say that we were on a upward trajectory. Because even drag rivals too, we weren't anticipating that to be one of the showdown meet, like people come on out. You know, and then this happened. So I know that all of this pent up anxiety, you know, man want to redeem themselves and run the time where him know say him run, but people probably not believe at that time they him run.
Yeah, talk like proper way.
Yo, man, I make something in a virgin. You see it? I want to step in a hoof and net back. You understand?
Yeah, man.
But I can guarantee you, it really look like we're gonna have a really good vibe once you say the word, because that's what people waiting on. You know, people just waiting for KenT if you say, yo. Next week or next month or next whenever, you know what I mean?
As me tell you, the first day with them announce it and say, you know, we were allowed 300 people to meet. Like we're good.
Yeah. Straight.
Man. We're gone again. We'll get back with racing. Track I got sticky and everything I go right.
Yeah.
We now sit down and wait and wait for things for like, you know, for be like, you know, as me said, how it was like in January if we start up. But no, man, we just want to know so we can gather as a group of racers, get the car them ready, and we just get back to a regular schedule after that. Straight.
Well, right, I know so the man in the chat room are going with a bag of things. Full track prep, on here. Is asking.
Well, all right. Right now, as it is, I always say, we have 2 days of testing at
Mm-hmm.
our 1 day of testing and a day of racing at Jamwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of know the situation where weather can be a threat, and also the expense of treating the truck, right? Now, day one, Saturday morning, or say Friday night, as you know, me normally do it. I normally use like, I try not to use more than a third of
Mm-hmm.
my truck bite for Saturday prep. So like, I have a
Mm-hmm.
drum for each event, which is 55 gallons, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the Friday night, me usually treat like a heavy compound up to like quarter way of the truck, which is like 330 feet, right? And then me we use like an additional 10 gallons to just coat over everything from the start line right up to half truck. So I'm not going to treat the entire truck on a Saturday, because after you treat it, Saturday evening might come and it might rain overnight.
True.
Or when I leave the truck at nights, people go out on the truck
Racers
and
go
go do
out.
them foolishness. I'm going to come back there Sunday morning already and find
Mm-hmm.
oil all over in our truck like man fly
Wow.
right night and knock up the whole truck.
I'll be sure I'll boss and go there night.
No, I boss never the boat them time. I listen last never the boat. So,
Yeah.
people, I mean, persons go out in the night and mess up the truck, and then it require now more track bite going down, and then what happens is that by the time you get to the elimination round, we don't have enough track bike can treat the cars them to be as fast as how they were probably in a qualifying. So I normally do half track prep on Saturdays, right? And then Saturday night now, I do a full track prep. As in, when I say heavy, I mean as in like, just as how you feel it's sticky at the start line, it's just as sticky all the way up to the mid track. And then from the mid track to the end of the truck, we use an additional 15 gallons, which give you like four layers of track bite, like as with the mist, as you say, or a spray over each lane. So I get to go down from half line to finishing line. I get to go down 4 times, or I get to go down 4 times in the left lane, come up 4 times in the right lane, and it gives you an equal spread of it come right over. So I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, it's never going to be perfect because of the material choice how they make the track out in terms of asphalt and not concrete. However, I do encourage racers to go back and watch some of the videos them that somebody might have shot from an aerial view, for example, from like the 2nd or 3rd floor of the timing tower, and pay close attention to your racing line. Meaning, say, are you staying in the grooves? Because how I did the track bite sprayer is that it is 10 feet wide, right? No, sorry, 9 feet wide. The average car wheels width is probably at most, the widest one would probably be like about 6.5, probably 7 feet. There's 4 nozzles on each side, and it have a 2-foot gap in the middle. So based on the pattern of how it spray is that on either side you have 2.5 feet where the track bite lay down in for each wheel for run in. But what you have is a lot of persons, they leave the line and the car probably talk steer a little bit, and when you realize by the time they pull second, the wheel is in the middle of the truck and the next wheel is to either one of them. Yes, so them actually come out of the track bite. And I remember pointing this out to Roland last meet where him come out and like probably about little bit before like the mid track. No, probably a little bit after I'm come out of the probably like the first 100 foot there. You see the like you know the car I know say it on the whole heap of power push it but it kinda come out of the grooves and you literally see where the tire them start to like mark the track, means it start to spin. And when you look and where it was out of the track bite. You understand? So you have to pay attention to ensure that you are running.
Stay within the track bite.
Yeah, the lane is 20 feet wide, you know, because the track are 40 foot wide.
Yeah.
So each racer have 20 foot, and I only treat 9 feet of that. So you have 11 feet, which is 5 feet on either side, where you can be out of track bite.
Well, you see, I think somebody, all right. When we look at the track prep, for example,
there's a way where you can load. Probably like how you show like the video them. If you could have probably pull up that video of Roland.
Which one?
Where you did post, I think a Sunday.
Hold on there.
Sunday when it
Roland.
Yeah, when I think
was it the finals?
Yeah, with him and Johns.
Alright, so that I got. Alright, 1 sec. Let me find it here. So, yeah, see it here.
Pull that up. So, alright. There, I think you have a shot from overhead, don't?
Yeah. Alright, this is how them come back.
All right, if you notice, even from just that distance a while ago.
Yeah.
All right, we just want you can pause it if you get it to her. All right, notice. Look on where his car is positioned in the lane. You see where the two darker lines are?
Yeah.
That is where the track bite is. And look where his car is. One wheel is in the middle of the track where there's no track bite, and the next one is in the center line of the track where there's no track bite.
Interesting.
So him develop a traction issue because he's out of the grooves.
Interesting.
You understand? So persons have to pay attention to where the track bite is. For example, persons would always come to me and compliment me and say, boy, them like how me line up them car. When I line up them car at the start line, them get some good times, good 60 foot. And the reason for that is because I line their cars up in the grooves where the rubber and the track bite is. A lot of persons just roll up to the line and just stop anywhere the line, you know, anywhere they like them. Come on.
So all right. So as a tip, you'll tell the teams that whoever is them starter,
yeah,
to make sure say, you know, if you align them up, them starter should have look, analyze where the track bite is.
To be honest with you, a lot of the problem not really start at the start line, because how me start with the track prep now is that at the start line, we pretty much, once you're anywhere in the center part of the track, you get a full coverage, because I don't give you start line prep again, in terms of, if you notice, I run the track bite machine perpendicular to the track at the start line now. So me literally cover the entire start line. So
yeah, and I can find the video.
That when people go second, like, I don't know, some man when they shift their car, they look down on the shifter. I don't know why. It's like they're not sure which part it is. So when they look down and then come back up, it's like they drift to one side and then they outside the grooves. So the person have to know, pay attention to where you're staying in the center of your lane as you go down the track.
Stay in your lane, as them would have said.
Stay in your lane, yeah.
All right. What is Roland is saying? KenT, the lineup is great. However, transition between where the track bite and the car twists and comes out the groove.
Yeah.
All right. So
as we said, we know that, but I just something I point out to, you know, other persons then who probably never take notice of before.
Yeah, but you know, I learn a lot just by that, because I not even realize I saw this thing I said, brother. Believe me.
See Chuko is signing them now, and I tell you can teach them how to run car in a track bite.
Drivers, team members should know how to line them up for real, Chuko.
Yeah,
you know, that's pretty. Yeah, that's what we are saying for real. Play the inside video. All right, this is how you lay the track bite, Ken. Yeah, me kind of bring back the video for the purpose. All right, so peeps, another thing is, you see, when you upload the videos, please to please to watch them. Watch how your car.
Yeah. So as
You
you
know.
can see, where you have the video, you know, I run the track bike for the whole concrete portion. You have to remember, persons always say the track bike actually, where are the concrete portion of the track is the first 100 feet. So the concrete done at 100-foot mark is not 60-foot. The 60-foot marker is actually right at where the tree is at the light. Yeah, so the track bike where you have concrete, the concrete area is the first 100 feet of the track. So for that complete area and all the way up to 150 feet, I give you a perpendicular treatment where it covers the entire lane pretty much of what your car running, which is why persons have been commending me in terms of the track prep for the last 3 meets, because we realized that by treating the track in that perpendicular manner, it helped the spread of the track bike to be more uniform, and it more lane coverage where persons have utilized, you know, that to their advantage.
All right. Bali is saying, please talk about the stage, especially with low cars.
All right. Rules are rules, and some people, the rules do state that nothing in front of your front wheel should be lower than 3 inches ground clearance. And the reason for this is that the sensors at the start line, they are hovering above the ground by about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Now, when you come up and you have like your front lip hang down, or your fender lining or anything like
engine guard,
anything hang down underneath the car, and you come up and you and those actually trigger the beam, what happened to you now is that even if you don't get a red light, because what happened to those cars when they go on the 2-step and the car start to shake a little bit, it you know, it tends to shift whatever is blocking the beam, and then persons get a red light and then come and say, boy, the car have like, you know, timing issue, the timing system have like one issue or whatever. But really and truly, them cars, you know, that is not the wheel triggering the start line. However, if you don't get a red light, what it does is that if you are staging with your front bumper, right, with your car at rest, everybody knows that once the car starts to run or it's accelerating, the front tends to rise, whether front or rear wheel drive. Now, let's say the front lip of your car stage, and if you look on where the start line is, there's a yellow line. However, it's not so obvious, obviously, because the car can burn out across it, but it's kind of to the end of the your front wheel will probably be about 2 feet behind the actual start line, because your bumper is what is staging you. So what you find out happen now is that instead of running a race of 1,320 feet, you run a race of 1,322 feet. And your 60 foot is no longer a 60 foot, is a 62 feet timing. You understand?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
At a disadvantage. Yeah.
I hope the man them are listening, you know. Yeah.
So it is also, that is why I may say it is also important that your team member or the starter pays close attention to you know, where the start line is, and ensure that you're being lined up properly, to give you a fair chance of running your best time and also you know, winning a race. Because you have people who race already where, like for example, there was a race, one meet with Miguel, Graham and Ansman Anthony, where the two car them did run 10-7, and the margin of victory, because it show you on the time slip, you know, the margin of victory, not only, it don't only show you in time, you know, it tell you how much feet the person get beat you by, you know. And the margin of victory on it was like, I don't think he showed on the time, but he showed on the computer. It tell us that they beat him by like 6 inches. Yeah. So when you really think about the two car go down head and one man start behind the next man and a man beat a man by 1 foot. Basically, you shoot yourself because you would have been out in front by another foot. Yeah. So there are a lot of things with, I mean, you know, we encourage persons to come out from Saturday. That is why we say come out from Saturday and, you know, come and ask question them, learn the system, you know.
Learn the lights.
You know how we operate race meet. It's not like we lock up someone, nobody can come. You can come get our attention and say, you know, explain this to we, whatever it is.
All right, watch here now. We could talk about the light for a quick second.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not picking on anybody. We just a whole vibe. We're all here to try and learn of it, you know, how we can make the sport better, or we can make better competitors.
Yeah.
Now, Jeffrey, the king.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, I don't know if his nerve. Well, when I interviewed him saying get a little nerve wracking. But it looked like nerves seem to get the best of Jeffrey whenever he goes on the line.
Yeah.
Zane, him says a little bit of nerve wracking. Zane, but he always run the light. Like I've seen so many times when Jeffrey could advance to even bring home a trophy. Right, the king. For all who don't know who we're talking about. We're talking about the king. Yeah, man, the king.
Yeah.
Zane, how, like 11, oh, you go from 12 second and faster, they get what, the Pro 3, I say go?
13 second and faster, Pro 3. Pro 3. Meaning, Pro 3 is a light where you get all 3 amber lights at once. So all 3 of them flash, and then 0.4 of a second after all of them flash, the green light come on. Right? So that is why they say if you have a reaction time faster than 0.4 of a second, you somehow in your head saw all, you kind of time it through, you count in your head, and then once you see amber, you kind of jump the gun. So if your reaction is faster than that, technically, the green light never come on yet. So you literally green your red light.
Yeah. So you can literally count. You can literally count.
Yeah. So all right, persons, if you come there on a Saturday and you ask and you study the lights, after 2 racers going and both cars are on the stage beam, right? Once the 2 cars are there for 2 seconds, right? 3 seconds after that, the lights are going to start to count down. So a lot of racers, for example, you pre-stage, and me pre-stage, and you going on the stage. When I come in onto the stage, if me know how the lights them work, me can just start counting on my head and just say 1, 2, 3, and just lift the clutch and go. You understand? Once I turn on the stage beam, I can start to counting on my head and just know say hamburger come on in 3 seconds, and then you literally can't. Nobody wait for one green light.
Right.
If you are waiting for a green light, you lose.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, you sleep. You sleep on the line.
You sleep. Yeah. So persons who come out and actually know the time, how long the tree take to actually start to count down, actually use that to their advantage to win a lot of races. But as we say again, some persons don't really look on that aspect of racing. I mean, I've raced in classes like, back in the days of Burnham Field. I've run in a car that was a mid 11-second car, 11.5, and use that car for win the 11-second class over cars that run like 11.0 and 11.1. And
just by reaction.
Because, yeah, just reaction all day. Just reaction all day. So yeah, there are a lot of things persons can use for, you know, improve the chances of winning, or, you know, just the respect you earn as a driver.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm reading some of the comments as we're going along, right?
Yeah.
And some persons in the comments think that I was mixing up Jeffrey the starter with Jeffrey the racer. No, it was intentionally to talk about the lights. Now, when we talk,
just to touch back on the topic, here the thing about Jeffrey. Jeffrey, if it's one thing when we know about Jeffrey, Jeffrey is all about running a time. So you see,
are we talking about the king?
Yeah, as in racer Jeffrey. Jeffrey is all about running a time. So Jeffrey will either stay on the light long, even in our finals, or he will jump the light in our finals, because it's neither here nor there if he really win the class. Jeffrey's all about a time. I mean, look on how he behaved with the victory with Vaughn. You understand? Remember saying, I mean, how did it go? He did actually win the class because Vaughn did actually red light, don't?
Yeah, Vaughn the red light.
Vaughn the red light, but Jeffrey technically would have broken out and ran 10-9 and would have lost. But it never really mattered to Jeffrey. Jeffrey's biggest accomplishment at that time was running the 10-9.
10-9.
And I see thing at last meet when he run the 10-7, he feels very like, you know, comfortable and
accomplished.
You know, like, accomplished with running the time.
Yeah. Well, just so that persons in the comment don't feel like we're jumping over their concern. They are saying that I guess the general view is that the starter now, Jeffrey, can be a little bit hasty.
Yeah.
But I think what in order, better you answer it, because if we don't have a starter that's assertive, then we're going to have the meat being drawn out, no so?
Yeah. I mean, persons really and truly don't have to worry about it so much anymore. You will always have my support at the start line right now, where anytime you realize that, you know, things kind of get a little bit hectic, you do have to remember that Jeffrey, our starter, is a rough job. Rough job in the sense where he's out there from 7 o'clock in the mornings, and the sun has no mercy. The surface you walk on is hot. The cleanup behind, you know, a lot of cars, you know, the shouting and the sound of everything. By the time you get to midday, that are 5 hours of doing this, plus you did do it all day Saturday too. So it does get frustrating. You understand? So we have to bear in mind that, you know, when we saw that as an issue, say, you know, his frustration sometimes developed throughout the day because of dealing with all you know, the factors of being out there all day. You know,
not only that, you know, some of the racers, because I've seen it, they come to the line, no helmet, no seatbelt on, and them have to, you know, of course, you know, Jeffrey I go say, well, yo, hurry up and whatnot, because those things should be done once you come through the gate.
It is annoying, to be honest with you, at this point where you still have persons who pay no attention to where the start line is. People are staged with them back wheel. Persons are lining up literally to one side of the lane where their car is like 3 inches away from the wall. You know, persons are lined up with them car like with the lock fully turned to one side. Like, like what people think, like, sometimes you have to wonder if people even have a car in the first gear or in a reverse.
Well, I mean, not really, not like you know, defending the young racers or the newcomers, but I do understand a little bit of nerves for especially a man who are the first them a come a track, at the first them a touch the line. You know, knowing same bridge them in his stands, and you know, him probably under that pressure to say, boy, if he mess up him bridge them a go laugh and things.
it's not just here. Mr. Videos overseas where racers launch and them carrying a reverse.
Yeah.
You know, things happen. So it you know, everybody have you know, control them nerves differently. There was a time in the past where literally once me get onto the track, like I don't even know, my foot just start shake.
Yeah, nerves.
And persons would have say it is nerves because like my nerve, but it's not that. That's just like anxiety. Like, but so you have to try to find a way to control your anxiety.
Yeah. What will be the next move for the we had a championship thing that we were going to implement this year, that's all?
Yeah, we still move full forward with that. So as soon as we get back on board, then we just start up that. We wanted to do it over 5 events. No, we just going to have to do it over 4 events. And even if we only do 3 events, we still do it over 3 events. It doesn't really matter.
And the cash prize stays at 250.
Stays at 250. No change with that.
Wow. Yo, you know, look like me have to go farm a little team.
Yeah.
a camera squad team. But no, yeah,
would you believe me that back in the days when there was a team championship at Vernon Field, there was an event where I think Williams them car did have an issue, but because him did still want to have like in points, you know, get some points, him did actually just run like in street car, which was the BMW. And I think he did qualify and go a couple rounds in our 14-second class before and get eliminated. And that helped to push the team forward for team points. Yeah. At even one time, I think we did have some issues in our team. And I think Robert did drive his personal car. And there was an event where my car never ready. I made have to drive another car just to keep the points going. Lizard car did go down and he did drive Doc EK. So it don't matter which car you run with. You as a racer just need to be out there to accumulate some points.
Definitely. All right. We are almost on the wrap up because so we have what 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes. So if anybody have any additional query, you can throw them out now. I think I saw a question earlier, Ken. Yeah. My brethren from Cayman was asking, but I think we did address that the last interview, right? But he was asking what about the international, the international racers?
Well, we don't know what it's going to be after all of this pass in terms of like with, you know, the restrictions. Maybe them will free up the borders them a little bit where, you know, the government will much, you know, import. Or you know, if we kind of get things back on the ball, and it will help assist in us, or the shipping company will help to assist them with getting the cars here. But in terms of the paperwork aspect of it, Mr. Young sent me everything. I will have everything on file for basically say move forward. But we don't want to start process anything right now and start spend money, and we don't know when the season is gonna start back.
Right. I would say, as a safe bet, let us look maybe to 2021, if anything, because that would give persons enough time.
I wouldn't say that. I don't really want the general public or even say we fellow racers to think that, because what happened is that right now, Cayman, their drag strip officially closed down in March.
Right.
Last month. So all of those cars that are in Cayman literally have nowhere to go right now. And they reached out to me, and I did put the work in to get, you know, all of the necessary information, you know, for figure out the process. And basically right now it's just for this ban to lift up so that we can figure out, you know, how we're going to proceed with that, because the racers are willing to assist us or, you know, cover the expense of you know, getting the cars here. So with that, you know, it takes a lot of pressure off of me, the organizer, trying to figure that out, because the biggest problem was affording to carry these cars here, because I have no assistance in terms of
sponsorship
in terms of, you know, the shipping and so forth. So
Well,
as soon as all of this is lifted and things back on the regular schedule, then we will know, say, all right, we can start push forward and process everything again. But we really would have loved to see that before the end of the year.
all right, cool. Mosia asks about the time screen.
Yeah, we had a meeting with the people with Sue from Porter Tree, and right, like it was about 4 weeks ago, right at the start of January, because she came here on vacation. That are people on the Porter Tree timing system, and we are working with them for do some major upgrades and development. We already got some updates on the Porter Tree system. We're now running their latest software on both the gold boxes. So we now repaired the one that was damaged. So we now have a backup. So we shouldn't have any issues at the event where you know, in case of anything like one box go down, I would have a backup. So the boxes there now both running the latest software. You know, it's now compatible with the latest versions of Windows. So we have a faster system computer running it in the tower. We getting upgraded. Even this should have been here for this meet, but it got delayed because of the whole virus outbreak. But we're getting upgraded the printers, thermal printers. So you know, the printouts will be you know looking a little bit more modern and you know faster. We have one in the tower and one over by the track side. So you know, as time go by, we're working out a deal with them where we will get the timing lights, and as again, you know, we're working on getting them so we can we set them up at mid-track. Based on the price of them, we wanted to do the scoreboard where we could erect it at the end of the track, but that is literally almost twice the price of the ones that are visible from mid-track. So we're going to work with the ones that are visible from, you know, mid-track, and what we might do, we're trying to figure it out right now, if it is that we're going to put it at mid-track or put it on the tower, since spectators could look back towards the direction of the tower to see it. So I guess when we get them, we will figure out where we're going to locate them, but it is all in the pipeline right now. So before you know, I would have said it would be easier to project when this year we would have them on board if things were unscheduled, but because of this whole thing, it kind of set us back in terms of where we had expected to be. Right.
To be.
Yeah.
Right. And I think Roland was saying if there's any way that we could get back the meat that we lost.
No. And the reason why we can't is because we have we in April now, right? And if we were to try to run 5 events in 8 months, and we can't even consider 8 months because we have to give up December because King of Shores is already December. So running 5 events in 7 months, we would have to be doing an event every 6 weeks. And to be honest with you, it's not practical to try to do that. We have to just accept the fact that something like this, like, you know, as serious as the virus outbreak, it cost us some time. We have to just consider that, you know, it's gone. Like we can't get back this time.
True.
Yeah.
True.
The turnaround of getting racers support is not feasible for do an event every 6 weeks. It sounds good, but we can't get that type of support to continue to create that type of energy at each meet where you would have a full class every time you have an event. And I mean, when the classes are competitive, it you know, it make the whole thing better. So it don't make no sense keep on meet every six weeks, and then when you check it, only 2 cars come out for run 10 seconds. And you know, give everybody some time to rebuild and work on getting the cars them ready. Straight.
Somebody else was saying if there are any plans to make more beers. I'm not sure if that question is in your portfolio, but you can address it if you can.
I mean, as time go by, the only thing we can really do is extend the pit era. July of 2019, we had a very big race meet where it was beyond our expectation, and we had like 180 something racers, and we realized at that point that if things had continued to grow, what we had put in place for the October meet of last year was we got more tents to provide shade for the racers, and we started to extend the pit area out onto the circuit portion next to the return lane. So it would have lessened the congestion inside of the pit so that the cars could flow, through the pit from the return lane easier, and also still provide shelter for the racers. So in terms of permanent infrastructure for bays, no, that is not within my control for Jam West. But I can always provide more shelter, and there's a lot of room where we can utilize to space everybody out, that there's not any congestion, like as we can point fingers at people like Mousy and Jeffrey, who part them carrying at the middle of the return lane inside the pit and block up the entire day. So I mean,
racers, we have to do a little bit on that.
So but I mean, we can space out everything. As we said, that was our coming from the March meet, which was like 130 cars, to the July meet, which was 183 cars, getting 50 persons like overnight, which you never really expect. It did cost us, some setbacks. And but the thing about it, that right after that, going into the next meet, we made all of the necessary adjustments, where if we had seen 180 cars or even 200 cars, we wouldn't have that issue again, because we had put stuff in place to address that issue.
Same. All right, so we're pretty much on the last couple of minutes of the live, and we have to say big up to all of the department member them who roll out and keep the vibes going in the chat room.
So who line up for tomorrow now, Dr. Wright?
Well, Dr. Wright, I mean, he's on the live now, unless he left, but KenT connection kind of gone. All right, but so that
hold on, Kedron, did it chip out a while ago? The internet looked like they give a little issue. Go on again.
Yeah. All right. So may I say Dr. Wright had messaged me earlier to say that he may be on call.
Doc is in the house.
All right. So Doc, are we still on for tomorrow, or because he was saying that he would be on call?
Yeah.
Yes. So
to be honest with you, it probably not to talk as long as me tomorrow. You can do more persons. Remember, I said, I mean, this medium, we can contact anybody, literally everybody who's within the chat right now. We can link up anybody anytime, and it don't have to be an hour worth of talking. It don't have to be 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Anybody just wants to sign in. It's something we pretty much want to, just hear from everybody.
All right.
As we said, we
so
want to hear from some spectators and not just racers.
True. All right. So Doc is all right. Doc said we're good for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Dr. Wright. We'll go into a little bit more about the whole Corona thing, just a little bit, because we now dedicate the live solely to talking about Corona, but seeing that he's
Kedron, we just want to touch this little topic before we go. And it's something where me and Leon did talk about it the other day, and I mean, I think this is good, what we are doing.
Yeah.
We are living in a time right now where the media, everywhere we look, is that everybody is making it seem as if we are living a doomsday right now. And
True.
this kind of restore a little bit of a normalcy to our life. In terms
True.
of, you know, it is a time where we can think and talk about something that is not, it is not, you know, related to this virus outbreak, where people, you know, the fear of the virus is making us, you know, live in a fear and worrying about tomorrow and worrying about business being closed and income and
man, a breath of fresh air, man.
Whatever. Yeah, so it's a breath of fresh air. So, you know, we won't really talk much about it, but we can literally hear from all different persons that in terms of just like, you know, probably how it affect your daily life. Because, you know, it's last night, me and Leandra talked about that, and I said, boy, you know, it kind of mess up because you realize how this changed the life of even people. Think about the children where they're supposed to graduate from even high school this year.
Yo, trust me.
You realize that this whole thing basically said just throw everybody life off. Like, you did not expect to graduate and probably move into like, I'll say, like, you know, university or college or move out and, you know, go do your work by September and whatever. And pre this now, like, your life just get, you know, everything just change in a blink of an eye.
A real thing, bro.
Yeah.
A real thing, man.
I mean, we can still hear from everybody's side, if we just say, but I mean, we could try to pump as much like positivity
definitely
in a, you know, in our daily life right now, and try not to just think about this big cloud that hover over our head, like, you know, life like world will come to a like end. No,
apocalypse.
Yeah, we could try to live. Yeah, we could just try to live and still say, you know, be grateful that so far. I mean, condolences to Mousy. You know, he reached out to us the other day and make us know saying father did pass away because of the virus. You know, so we started to hear. Yeah, we
for real
about that. Yeah, but there's no
condolences, bro.
Yeah, there's no direct person in our racing community that, you know, has passed or suffered any major, you know, threats because of the virus as yet, and for that we're thankful. But, you know, make we just try to just still feel like
keep it positive.
Life. You understand?
Yeah.
So I not if to go out and go drink and whatever, but, you know, in your house, you know, nobody just walk around and feel like, you know, life is over. Still call your people, your family, your friends, reach out to them, communicate, work on your car, feel good, you know.
All right, hold on, stick a pin, KenT. Stick a pin. That the live are going to cut off. So what we're going to do, we are going to, when it cut off, we're going to restart the live just for the purpose of closing, bringing a closure to the whole thing. Yeah, because we don't want to rush it and...
It give you a how much time we have left?
We have roughly about 5 minutes.
Oh, we can
before the cut off.
Yeah. So you know, just make us just try to live with life and still feel normal. You know, you want to go out with, you know, you want to wash your hand and you want to protect yourself with a mask and, you know, keep yourself clean and your social distancing and whatever. But you know, still go out and support your local small business, keep them afloat. You know, still go out and buy a meal, and you probably can't dine in a restaurant, but you can sit down outside and, you know, eat some food and, you know, still chat. Yeah, you can still chat with your friends and from a distance, circle of friends over him house and give him a helping hand with him car. So make we just try to stay positive and live. Make we try to live. We still have life, so let us live. And look forward that this will pass and things will go back to normal. Because the truth is that this won't stop with. Let me say to somebody the other day at work that it is so unfortunate that our generation, we feel like our generation has been exposed to everything the world can have to offer. Like we see 9/11, we see this a virus outbreak.
Hurricane, what disaster?
We see mass killing all over. We see Bolt run the fastest time. We see different levels of performance develop in our years over racing. We've seen so much, and I guess because of technology right now, but it's like when I know it's like our generation just explain, like me always hear old people talk and say, boy, back in ideas, this, that. No, like we go through some serious shit, may I tell you?
But yo, you talk about that, you know, another thing that is outstanding, I would say, you know. I never know I would have lived for the day where a natural aspirated car is running anything under 13 seconds.
Well, I mean, them they are 8 seconds right now.
Zin, right. So, and I mean, even in Jamaica, I remember back in the days going to Vernon Field. If you had a 12-second car, it is equivalent to the 10 or 9-second class now.
No, yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so much.
Things sometimes change. See, Bossy D come and show you say 12 seconds is nothing.
Yeah. By the way, Bossy D on Instagram, anybody know?
Yeah, man, he have an Instagram account, but I can't remember it off the top of it, but he have an Instagram account.
Robert, go and check. Robert has something to prove it. Robert, go and check. Yeah, man.
But anyway,
so,
Pedro, I know things don't wrap it up. So, I mean, we look forward to doing this, and as I say, I'll be back as many times as you need me to come back, and we encourage anybody who have anything who have to say, reach out to me or Kedron or Robert anytime of the day.
Yeah.
We can always line up a little interview, not interview, but a little link up, and we all meet here at night time and just chat and just hold
Straight. All right. Tomorrow, so just before this cut off, tomorrow will be Doc. All being well, and Friday will be Toda. Toda should be giving us some insight on his bill. And Saturday should be Junior Barnes, who is the chairman of the GRDC. Right. Yeah, we touch a little bit, you know, on the circuit as well. Sunday will be Doug Gore. Right. For Monday, we haven't confirmed anyone for Monday as yet, but you know, we need to bring back, you know, hear from some of the drag racers as well. We don't want to leave them out. You know what I mean? So everybody just
say holy pan name a pop up. We want to hear from Rasbilt, we want to hear from Roland, we want to hear from Vaughn, we want to hear from
Bali,
from Simo, from
Switch Out Performance.
Everybody. We want to hear from everybody. Just one.
Ailis last year.
Yeah, man. Ailis, yeah, man. We want to hear about the South Side. So when we don't have the time, just link me, Robert, or Kedron, and make we know which day are not available, and we do something.
Straight.
Straight. We drag racers, we're gonna dominate this thing and keep this thing going. So we want to hear from everybody, right through.
All right, we have 20 seconds, KenT, before the cut off.
Everybody, stay safe, protect yourself, protect your family. You know, I'm not impose no form of religion, but if you are the type, remember to pray and give thanks to what you have, and we look forward to better days ahead. So stay safe and God bless.